Guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. So guys, update here on Novavax, ticker NVAX, one of my favorite stocks here. I am trading a lot of short squeeze stocks, and of course I share here a lot of content on my channel about short squeeze stocks. Novavax is one of my favorite stocks. I have no emotional no emotions for this ticker, don't get me wrong, but I like to trade it because it has a very reliable trading setup, and I think we are very close here to see the next breakout for Novavax. So I give you now here an update on all the price levels. Everything, of course, what I say here is not financial advice. Guys, last day of 2024, so let's enjoy this here, and of course we can be happy to head into 2025. I will of course always continue here to provide content and share my knowledge here, how to trade tickers here, which tickers have potential to squeeze, which not. As you know, my mission is to predict short squeezes here. Before we dive here into Novavax, I release here every week, if you don't know my channel, my so-called hot stocks. When I release these videos here on Sunday, that means that the tickers in those videos have very high squeeze potential, and I personally expect them to squeeze in the very few next days. You can see here some of the member feedbacks which we got here. They made a lot of profits here with just one single trade, and in the past trading this year of 2024 we had here 5 big short squeezes after my video release or after my swing trade prediction here. I also post swing trade alert screenshots on Patreon, and you can see we had here 5 big squeezes between 107% and 480%. Everything below 100%, guys, I never make screenshots of that. I never share that because I just talk about a price action when we have more than 100% here in one day or in a couple of few days, guys. So if you want to see my secret short squeeze stocks which I release on Patreon, then you can join in here our trading community. We had a very fast growing year, guys. A lot of members joining in, still every day new members coming in. And if you also want to join in and get access to these hidden short squeeze stocks, and you can see all the member content where you get access to here when you join the full package membership on Patreon. If you want, guys, you can click here the info icon in the corner and get access to the Patreon member link, guys. So Novavax, my friends, I think we are very close here. I'll let you know why. It's very simple. Novavax has a very reliable trading pattern here. There are some, let's call them make it or break it price levels here in the chart. Of course, when I released my first videos on Novavax, I said that I expect a squeeze here in the $3.70 to $3.50 range, and that was also true. Novavax started immediately to squeeze after closing this gap. Here was the first breakout attempt. Then I released a couple of videos on my channel, and then in total Novavax squeezed more than 500%. This is not, of course, it's a very nice squeeze, but nothing special in the market. Now we are in a bull market and we have almost every day squeezes like that. And of course, we try to catch out some profits here out of those squeezes. So what is the game plan now for Novavax, guys? We traded here at $23 and now we are back at $8. So this is not bullish, right? I think we are here in a super bullish setup and we have a very high potential to see a squeeze again. But first we need to understand what needs to happen when we before we enable now here the drawings. You can already see that we have here one open gap at $7.33 and one open gap at $4.56. And the problem is, guys, open gaps, the chance that we close open gaps is about 90%. I know people never want to hear that, especially when stocks trading here much higher price levels. Just to give you an example, Novavax started to squeeze here in January 2020. We had an open gap at $4.05. That was in January 2020. The stock squeezed from $3.50, guys, all the way up. I have to zoom out. All the way up. So to $331, guys, $331. Then some guy in the internet will tell you, we have to close the gaps and the price comes down to $3. You would say this guy is crazy. This guy has no experience on trading, blah blah blah. Guys, that is what it is. I understand that. Sometimes it is difficult to imagine that, but we have some hidden signals here in the chart by the market makers that sooner or later the price has to come down. And for Novavax here from January 2020, it was January 2024. It took 4 years, the algos, to close this gap. And as soon as this gap has been filled, this orange gap here, guys, you can see immediately Novavax started to squeeze. We had the first squeeze attempt here, 72%, came back one more time, and then sayonara, hell was unleashed. We broke out here and had a big squeeze and started to close the open gaps to the upside. And what we know is that Novavax has still a lot of open gaps to the upside. $12.38, $15.88, yeah, $25, $30, and so on. So the potential that Novavax is doing that again is there, because we can see that this is a very volatile ticker. We had here many squeezes already in the past here. Also from $23 to $300, then we came back to $3, back to $300. So Novavax has its cycles and it can do that again. But what needs to happen, guys, I try to share that now here with you. Keep that in mind. We have those open gaps in the chart. So we will also, I have already here 2 lines in the chart, so I will disable the indicators now for a second. And what I want to share with you is this. In my opinion, it's the same like Tesla and Bitcoin, almost same like any other stock in the market. We have now here an accumulation trend channel pattern. So you can even call it the bull flag. So when Novavax started to squeeze here, it is a massive 500% squeeze here. Now we are accumulating here in the bull flag, and that means every time when we hit here the bottom of the bull flag, we usually see a bullish reaction when we hit the top line, and I used now here the yellow line that you can easily see that here. That means we have a rejection here, guys, and we touched, the last time that we touched the bottom was November 2024, so 1 month ago, and now we are here very, very close to those make it and break it price levels. If we cannot break out now, so let's just assume we see a rejection back here in the $9.62 range. You can see we have some make it or break it price levels in the chart. That would mean if we have here one more squeeze attempt and get rejected, we will tank down again. And then, guys, guess what? We come back here to $4.59 and $3.91. That don't needs to happen. As I said, as soon as we squeeze out of this trend channel pattern, this will trigger the short squeeze. But the problem is that we're trading now here at one very important price level, and this is this red line here. You can also see all my previous Novavax videos, guys. I never changed or adjust the chart. The only thing what I did is I added this trend channel pattern here to the chart, that you can just easy see the accumulation pattern in which we are trading in. Everything else is the same. And there we are, guys. So the next what I expect to do, Novavax here, is to close the gap at $7.31, and then maybe we can already see a squeeze here. The market is super bullish right now, so we have many squeezes in the market, and that is in favor for Novavax, especially when we see that still we had this all-time low, or the lowest price here in the $3.50 range. We're still trading here 126% over this price. That means we are still here in an uptrend, even we're still accumulating here. So just 2 things to know. The first thing is, as soon as we come back here to these price levels, we have a very high squeeze potential, because the algos always stepping in here. We had this massive gap up here. We had the massive gap up here back in 2020. So we know that this is a very volatile zone, and that the bullish algos here, or the institutions which are here invested in Novavax, guys, they don't like to see the price here below $6.97 or below $7, guys. And this is where we are already almost right now here. We're coming back to $7. But the algos want to close the gaps, and that's the worst case scenario, that we even come back here to $4.55 or even back to $3.90. Yeah, so what I do now here, since it's very difficult to say where to buy in, if Novavax should start to break out of this trend channel pattern here, yeah, if we see a breakout out of this trend channel pattern here, and the price is then between $8, I zoom in a little bit more, $7, sorry, this is $8.10, sorry, it's now very difficult to see since the price is trading here. $8.10 is the red line, and $9.62 is my personal make it or break it price level here. As long as we're leaving this trend channel pattern and trading between those price levels, this is for me a bullish liquidity zone. If we see a squeeze attempt and get rejected, yeah, if we don't leave this trend channel pattern here, then I'm waiting here, to be honest, for the lower price ranges here between $5.60 and $3.90, guys. This is my game plan here for Novavax. The squeeze potential is there. As I say, as soon as we start to squeeze out of this trend channel, this will be the squeeze attempt, and the first significant squeeze price level which we have is $15.89 and $16.85. So even from the actual price, Novavax has already here a 100% squeeze potential. And when Novavax break $16.85, the next price level which we will touch is $24.81. Guess what, guys? We already touched this price level in the 4 hours chart. You can see we had the squeeze attempt already here in June 2024, and I think this is now here the accumulation. And in that time we squeezed here from $3.50 range, guys. So when we start to squeeze here from a higher price range, the potential that we squeeze over this price is much higher, and in my opinion just a matter of time until this will happen, as long as they don't dilute the stock. There is of course always a potential that a company is diluting here. In my opinion, not necessary. We have here a market capital of $1.2 billion. I don't see any kind of reason why they should dilute the stock. I think we have here a very clear trading accumulation pattern, or even you can call it a bull flag, and there is just a matter of time until we will break out of this bull flag and start to close the upper gaps, guys. Yeah, I will keep you updated here on Novavax. If you want to copy the price levels here, guys, this is everything based on TradingView, what you see here. Sorry, that was not intentional here. You can see $16.85 is one of the big resistance. $9.62 is also one of the resistance levels which we have, and the make it or break it price level here is $8.10, the red line here, which means as long as we trade above $8.10, it's bullish. When we trade below, this is bearish, and we have the hidden signals here about the open gaps, which you see here in orange color. So if you want to copy that, everything what you see is here based on TradingView. This is the chart program that I use for all my trades and for all my videos. If you want to get TradingView, guys, if you want to learn trading, I can highly recommend that program. I am not sponsored, but I can give you here a discount link of $15. When you click the info icon here in the corner, you get access to this discount link, and I recommend the premium tier. This is good for beginners and advanced traders. My friends, that was the last video for 2024, my update for you on Novavax. If you don't want to miss any updates in 2025, and if you like this content, guys, then please hit the like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this video. I wish you nothing but the best. Have a safe trip in 2025 and see you in the next video. Arigato gozaimasu, vielen Dank, alles Gute, and see you soon in 2025. Bis zum nächsten Jahr, guten Rutsch und bis bald. Take care, guys. Bye, bye.